Hello, people of YouTube. It's Deepak here, and welcome to the DCS news for the 27th of December 2025, the final DCS news for 2025. I hope you all enjoyed that, my most recent video all about the F4E and how to employ the Sidewinder missile on it. Use it as a kind of process to engage the missile. Don't follow my tactics, because unfortunately I suck at air-to-air, but you all already knew that. Going to be continuing the series with a little bit on the gun next, air-to-air gunnery, and then we will take a look at the Sparrow, which is a very nice missile that you can employ in the F4. Welcome to the stream, Tea Kettle Barbecue, Tech Gaming 45, Tog, Sim Taylor, Pink Floyd, Eagle Wings, and yeah, the usual suspects are all here. Welcome to the stream, everybody. Great to have you aboard. If you haven't already, please... Oh, actually, we've got Dirk G here as well. Sorry, I missed you there. Please, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. Also, it's around about Christmas time. If you had any interest whatsoever in buying a Pimax headset, you can now get 3% off if you use code DEEPHACK when you check out. Pimax have also provided me with a Crystal Super, which is very exciting. I'm going to be doing some content on that fairly soon. Also, just for kind of the Christmas and New Year period, until the 1st of January, you have a code called DEEPHACK80, and that will get you $80, 80 full US dollars off of a Pimax Crystal Super. So that's well worth a look. So thanks to Pimax for organising that with me. They're somewhat sponsoring. They've provided a unit which I'll need to give back, and they're providing these codes, which is a really big help. But they're not exercising any editorial over these videos, so I will tell you what I think. Hello Mangash. Hello Angelo. Irish Pat 64, Tea Kettle Barbecue, thank you ever so much. That's really, really kind. Exactly, as Tog says, Tea Kettle at it again. And as usual, Tech Gaming 45 has missed out. You got to be quick on the draw here. Quick on the draw. So welcome, you new members of Deepak's Ground Crew. That is, of course, another way that you can further support me in creating this kind of content. There is a join button below. For a small monthly fee, you can support me in creating this kind of content. And you get access to a fancy little Discord server where we all hang out and we do fly together once per month, which is a good larf. Fantastic. Yep, Tea Kettle Barbecue, as always. Thank you ever so much. Thank you very, very much, man. Alrighty, so in any case, we do have some bits and bobs of news this week, so let's dive into it and see what's going on. Oh, and by the way, the Pimax stuff, the codes and so on, I'll put them into a pinned comment below after the end of the stream. But yeah, you've got code DEEPHACK gets you 3% off, and if you're buying a Pimax Crystal Super before the 1st of January, use code DEEPHACK80 to get $80 off. Anyway. Boom, in we jump. So, dear fighter pilots, partners, and friends, this year's DCS Winter Sale 2025 is in full swing, and now is the perfect time to expand your hangar, maps, and campaigns for less. From modern multi-role fighters to iconic Cold War legends to detailed helicopters, terrains, and campaigns, you'll find big savings across many of the most popular modules on both our eShop and the DCS Steam Edition. Watch the Winter Sale video. Well, we did that last week, and it was very, very good. The chappie who made the video even commented and thanked me for praising it. You know, it is amazing. You deserve the praise. Pink Floyd, tell Pimax your dog ate the headset and you really hope they understand not getting it back. I will be very sad when I have to give it back. I'm not ready to do a full review on it yet. I still need to do some more playing around, but my initial impressions are very positive. I'm coming from an HP Reverb G2, which I also think is very, very good. I still think the G2 is very, very good. But the Pimax Crystal Super is, much, much better as far as I can see already. The clarity is incredible. The latest update brings DCS core enhancements such as the new A10C2 pilot, extended F10 view, extended F10 view extended options, okay, and more fixes for AI and mission editor quality of life tweaks. We are pleased to provide you with a selection of the free AI Cold War ground units, APCs, SAMs, tanks, and an early warning radar. Make sure you update DCS to its latest version to enjoy these assets. As we close out 2025, we wish our amazing community members health, prosperity, and a very happy holiday. Very best wishes to you and your loved ones, and see you in 2026. I'll race you there. Excellent. Tech Gaming 45, the Crystal Light, which I have, is very good. Yeah, actually, that's interesting. Chat, tell us which VR headsets you're all currently using. The HP Reverb G2 that I've got, that's very much previous generation. I know there's a lot of really cool stuff out there now. Superb Elias, do you think an A10 campaign over Cold War Germany could work? I mean, the plane was basically made for that. Well, yeah. When I was doing my series about the A10, my tutorial series, when I was flying with the ground crew, we did a bunch of flights in the A10 over Cold War Germany, and it was fantastic. It was really, really good. It's a bit kind of anachronistic because obviously the A10C did not exist back in the Cold War era. It was the A10A that they were flying at that time. However, it's a lot of fun. You can just pretend. Sim Taylor's on a Quest 3. Those are really nice. I like the fact that they can kind of operate untethered. You can do quite a lot of stuff, but obviously not DCS, but you can do a lot of stuff with it without even plugging it in. Pink Floyd has eyeballs on a flat screen. Careful you don't smear it with your eye juice. Thol Kenneth Salaskin. Crystal Light is great. Message is now redacted. Tog, if the campaign is dynamic, absolutely. Kontuka, Haya. Mangash on a Quest Pro, very, very nice. Yeah. Everybody's got nicer headsets than me. Sad. I do like VR very much as well. It's my preferred way of flying. So, in any case, the winter sale, we pretty much covered this last week, but I'll do a very quick bit here. The main thing actually of interest is when it finishes. Please note that the discounts end on the 12th of January, 1500 GMT for the eShop, and the DCS Steam Edition sale will end on the 5th of January, 2026 at 1800 GMT. Jump on in there and get your savings now. Notable again, JF17 is on sale, if I remember correctly, and the Kiowa Warrior, absolutely. If you're not worried about the Polychop shenanigans, certainly the module is solid and it works great and everything is basically implemented. So its current state is very good in my opinion, but of course Polychop's future is uncertain. So keep that in mind. But I think it's a great module. Colin Kelly, welcome to the stream. Sim Taylor, it's not what it's cracked up to be over a wireless connection, honestly. It's much better over a wired connection. I have heard that. I've heard that the compression is a bit funky when it's full wireless. But I'm also thinking that, am I right in saying that the Quest can actually run, like it has kind of a self-contained thing? Like you can run it without a computer, or am I hallucinating? I had a funny feeling you could play things directly on it. Obviously not DCS, but, stuff. Superb Elias, what do you think about IRC Flag Part 1 campaign, and do you think NTTR is worth getting? Not familiar with that campaign, and NTTR, I've had it since it came out, and I really like it. Is it worth getting in 2025/2026? Or Iron Flag, I've also not flown that. Oh, Sim Taylor saying, yeah, you can sideload onto it. NTTR, it's a fantastic map, but is it worth buying now, given that it's one of the older maps and it's not been updated? I don't know. That's for you to judge. Definitely worthwhile grabbing it as a trial. Keep in mind that in DCS World, you can trial modules. So grab it as a trial, try it out yourself, and you decide. Okay, and we also got a DCS update, which had the AI A6 Intruder, most interestingly, and we played the trailer for that last week. Very, very excited to play around with that a bit. I actually haven't made any missions with it yet, but I should. But there was some other stuff too, some other very, very tasty stuff. We'll go over that quickly. In this update, you will find a large array of new fixes, improvements, and additions, some of which are highlighted below, or you can read the full changelog. We'll actually kind of scan over both a little bit. So, DCS Core. The update includes fixes from AI to the mission editor. Several player-reported aircraft AI behavior issues reported after the last update have been fixed. Regarding weapons, the AGM-12 received corrections and airburst weapon effects were restored for the Bofors 40mm ZSU 23-4 Shilka? That's what I thought it was called. And other small caliber AAA. There are also corrections to scripting events, cargo operations, and the Fulcrum DTC. The MiG-29, this update expands visual variety and delivers improvements to sensors and avionics. The external model receives new historical liveries, enhanced wing bending and twisting, and refinements to the centerline tank. Radar and IRST systems have been improved, with added control options, more stable dynamic launch zone behavior during maneuvering, corrected lock and scan logic, and new input bindings. Navigation and radio issues have also been resolved, improving alignment indications, glide slope accuracy, and overall mission and navigation systems stability. Oh, okay. So Sim Taylor is giving NTTR a big thumbs up. Well, I would trust your opinion. So if that's the case, give it a go. Trial it. There's no reason not to trial basically every module. Give them all a go. See what you think. Pink Floyd, love the NTTR map. I use it all the time. Love pulling into Vegas for a landing. Fantastic. Also, F-16. The Viper receives several important advanced targeting pod and designation quality of life improvements. The ATP in air-to-air mode no longer stops following the radar track when you transition through a master mode, where the pod is in air-to-ground, ensuring smoother sensor handoffs. DTOS bombing mode post-designate behavior has been corrected, and DTOS now properly resets to its pre-designate state with a single TMIS aft input instead of requiring a second press. The A10C2 Tank Killer, a high-quality first-person pilot model, has been added to the DCS A10C2 Tank Killer. This very detailed pilot model includes an improved ejection sequence and offers outstanding visuals and immersion. I feel like doing the South Park member thing or Tegrity. I don't know. Tegrity. Immersion. Anyway, age 64. This update fixes an issue with the TSD FARP icon, improving the accuracy and clarity of the map symbology during planning and operations around forward arming and refueling points. The Hind receives a small but noticeable polish pass on voice feedback. An incorrect Petrovich line where he mistakenly reports turning off weapons has been removed, tightening up the crew interaction and reducing confusion in combat. Yeah, I imagine turning off your weapons in combat when you least expect it would be very surprising. Oof, yeah, Sim Taylor saying if you've got the Phantom or the Tomcat, there are very good campaigns for the NTTR map. Super Elias, are you planning on doing an A10 tutorial for air refueling, or did I miss one you already did? I generally don't do tutorials on air-to-air refueling because I suck. I'm so bad at it. Any tutorial I did on air-to-air refueling would last about 2 hours. So, yeah. You probably, sadly, want to watch somebody else. If you want to see how to do that. I could give it a go, and I'll see if I can put something together at some stage. DCS Marianas World War II map. As featured last week, this update delivers a visual and layout overhaul of the Marianas World War II map. Pagan Island and its airfield have been fully redesigned, with runway clearances, lengths, parking, and taxi routes updated to more accurately reflect the pre-eruption landscape. Length added to the runways of Ushi and Sharon Kanoa airfields. Terrain fidelity has been improved through updated textures, corrected elevation and surface issues, and refined coastlines, rivers, cliffs, and road networks, alongside added ambient detail such as birds, especially around Bird Island. Imagine, chat, there are birds at Bird Island. And boats. The update also revises map boundaries, adds mission generator support, expands damage states with new destroyed building models, and renames the city of Haditna to Akashi. We've got the C-130. This update delivers broad performance, flight control, and systems improvements, alongside extensive fixes and usability enhancements. Ray tracing and overall performance have been have been optimized. Autopilot behavior has been refined across navigation and approach modes. The low-speed handling model has been improved. Numerous avionics, navigation, multi-crew, cargo, and stability issues have been resolved, addressing crashes, incorrect indications, control logic, and visual artifacts. The update also expands control and keybind options, enhances the EFB with a new checklist, cargo, and manual features, updates visuals and UI elements, and includes general quality of life improvements throughout the aircraft. Really fantastic module and a really great release, actually, the C-130. So very much worth a peek-see, I would say. Very much worth a look. What's chat saying? Use the MRTT mod for it. Huh. What is that? Tog, in other words, deep hack plus A10 plus refuel mid-air ramming speed. Yeah, exactly. I could release an April Fool's special tutorial on air-to-air refueling. Oh wow, you don't know how bad I am. I'm so bad at it. I do need to practice. Like by the end of my Harrier career in DCS, I could just about reliably refuel the Harrier. And that's actually, refueling the Harrier is rather difficult given the position of the probe over your shoulder. Superb Elias, what do you / the community think is the most realistic campaign for the A10, recording comms, ops, etc.? Not so much for things like the CLL when it didn't exist, or the C2, sorry. I don't play single-player campaigns much, so it's probably best to ask chat. I don't really have much of an opinion. I tend to fly multiplayer. Honestly. People tend to make really cool missions on the multiplayer servers and I fly them. That's what I tend to do. In chat, another little question as I'm going through all of this just now. If you got any cool flight simulation related gifts this Christmas, give us a wee shout out. Let us know. Make us jealous. Tell us what cool stuff you got. Eagle Wings, I've been looking forward to having all the juicy stuff in F4 added to the F14 by Heatblur, Jester 2.0 and others. Yes, they have said that they're going to be doing that. Some of the coolness from the Phantom is going to come to the F14 eventually, which is very nice. So, JF17, the Thunder's radar behavior against jamming targets is improved. Jamming contacts now appear correctly on the radar display, even when they are beyond the current range setting. And the radar TDC can once again bug jamming targets as intended. The F4E Phantom 2. This update introduces core technology, systems, and usability improvements. Heatblur's Heatblur UI has been integrated with collaboration from ED into DCS Core as the new WebView API, enabling modern web-based in-game interfaces for all modules without a bundled CEF. That's Chromium Embedded Framework. Aircraft reliability has been refined with more realistic random failure behavior, higher hydraulic actuator mean time between failures, and extended electrical failure modeling. Jester AI receives quality of life updates, avionics and weapons issues have been corrected, external model visibility improved, and new Iraq instant action missions have been added. Poor Sim Taylor hasn't even had a Christmas yet. Hard pass. Santa brung me a shiny new RTX 5080. That is some serious horsepower. Tog, flight simulation gifts. I got a rock. You can throw it. That's flight. Pink Floyd, I got lots of chocolate for Christmas. It'll keep me happy and buzzing while I fly. That's just fuel, mate. Sim Taylor, well, okay, I got a Starlink internet. Fantastic. Okay. F14, this update introduces a new Jester collision steering toggle keybind, giving you more control over how he manages steering cues. New inputs have been added for the Rio ECM display mode between nav and ECM, and several Rio keybind names such as collision steering and track hold have been clarified. As with the Phantom, new Iraq instant action missions have been added for immediate action in the new theatre. And the AI only, very, very careful to name this section AI only chat. We're not flying this one ourselves just yet. Heatblur Simulations is proud to offer an AI-only A6E for the DCS core. The A6E AI offers a combination of all A6E variants, spanning the time between the 1970s through the 1990s, offering all weapons for historical loadouts, such as those used by the A6E Target Recognition and Attack Multi-Sensor and the A6E Systems Weapons Improvement Program variants. It offers buddy pod refueling for all drogue system-capable aircraft in DCS, full supercarrier capability, and much more. While the AI-only release is currently available, much of the groundwork has been laid for the upcoming full fidelity A6 module. Work on the flyable module started last year with a full team, and we will share more information as it develops. We hope you enjoy this free asset for all DCS, for all in DCS, and cannot wait to see you escort it going downtown in whatever historical scenarios and missions you create for it. Watch this release video. Actually, you know what, chat? We're going to do it again. Let's watch. I know we watched it last week, but, this is just art. This is art. We're going to watch it again. Why the hell not? Oh, Tog got RV there yet. I also have that. It's kind of fun. Look at this thing. This thing of great beauty taxiing around on the deck of the supercarrier. Yeah, I want to see this thing in action, actually. I need to add it some missions and see it do its thing. Looks absolutely fantastic. Like, the modeling from Heatblur, as always, is exemplary. Just look at this thing. And again, the people who make these trailers, amazing work. It's cinematic in its quality. And of course, DCS delivers the fantastic graphics that make that possible. Which reminds me, I need to try turning on frame generation again, because it clearly doesn't create as much weird smearing as it used to. And you get a bit of extra schmoovenish. We all like a bit of schmoovenish, chat. Well, I guess that's a harpoon. I didn't realize the A6 could carry harpoons. That's cool. Daka, daka, daka. Dropping bombs all over the shop. Heatblur A6 AI for DCS World. Coming downtown December 2025. Well, we have it now. We've got it. It happened. It already happened. So, Colin Kelly also got a 5080. Oh my. Crystal and a crystal light. Oof. Oh my. Okay. Well, Santa's been good to you. Tog also has a Starlink. Nice. Superb Elias. Has Heatblur ever mentioned something about an F-14D? I only know that they said they were concentrating on the A and B when introducing the Tomcat. They've mulled it over from time to time. I think the current position from them is that if they could do an F-14D, they would love to. But I believe the current position is no. It's not currently planned. We still have an F-14B brackets U to come, an upgraded version of the F-14B. I think that is going to be kind of amazing. So yeah, we've got the A early now. We may still get a version of it that makes it into the Persian cat. So I don't know if there may still be a Persian cat coming. That would probably be a fairly minor modification. So yeah, we've got the A early, the A late, we've got the B, and we should be getting the B upgrade. Yes. Tech Gaming 45, I've been playing Cleared Hot, which is quite good. Desert Strike vibes. Cleared Hot? I don't know that one. Tog, you going to do Let's Play of RV on your other channel, Deep? I might. I've actually not really done anything with that channel for some time. I've mostly been spending my time here on this channel and working on my other channel, Deep Hack on Tech. Go and check that out if you're interested in Linux, command line stuff, coding, etc., etc. Sim Taylor, Heatblur needs to get Willem Dafoe to do the jester voice for the flyable A6. Can you imagine? That would be unbelievable. And this is why only the A6 could go to Hanoi. Anyway, back to the news. So we also have a Vigan update. This update focuses on system stability, avionics accuracy, and procedural correctness. Autopilot engagement logic has been further refined, electrical and hydraulic behaviors corrected under non-standard operating conditions, and engine relight logic improved during flow reversal. Navigation and landing indications now display correctly across instruments, with several warning logic issues being resolved. The update also adds new Iraq instant action missions and includes an updated manual. We also have new ground units. In this season of giving, we are pleased to provide you with several new ground units that are designed to expand your Cold War missions. First, command the BRDM-2 reconnaissance vehicle that entered service in 1962, and it's still operated today. For an added punch, we also have the BRDM-2 with 9 M14 Malyutka anti-tank guided missiles. Get your troops to the front lines in wheeled BTR-60 and BTR-70 armoured personnel carriers that are capable of river crossings. If you need some added firepower, the venerable T-34-85 and T-80B tanks. The T-34-85 was introduced in 1944, and the T-80B entered service in the late 70s. To help protect the skies above these units, we have added new Strela 1 infrared-guided SAM system that is built on the amphibious BRDM-2 chassis. We've also added the P-14 Tall King A early warning radar to support S-200, SA-5 long-range surface-to-air missile batteries. With the exception of the P-14, all of these new units are player-drivable using DCS Combined Arms, which is currently 50% off during the winter sale. We hope you enjoy these free holiday editions, and we look forward to the engaging missions you create with them. Please make sure you've installed the latest update to take full advantage of these new models. Oh my. Oh my, oh my. Fantastic. Super Elias, will things like the helmet simulation also come to the Tomcat in time? I would expect so, yes. I think that's almost certainly going to be the case. Tog, top-down heli simulator cleared hot like the old SNES games. Oh, wow, okay. That does sound cool. That sounds very, very cool. Sim Taylor, I don't know if this has been checked, but is it the real units that are amphibious, or are they amphibious in the game also? Haven't had a chance to look at them yet. I believe it's both. So they're amphibious in the real world, and they should also be amphibious in the game. Pink Floyd, are the new ground assets not player controllable, or am I having a brain fart? Can't get the T-34 happening. They're all, except the early warning radar, supposed to be player controllable. There is an option in the mission editor, I believe, that you have to enable. I think there's like a tick box that says drivable or something like that. So unless you designate them as drivable, then I don't think a player can take control of them. So just be aware of that. That's my recollection anyway. Okay, and then the newsletter closes out with a Merry Christmas message. This year has been full-on new modules, such as the DCS MiG-29A Fulcrum, DCS C-130J, this DCS F4U-1D, map expansions, system overhauls, and countless fixing and improvements. None of it would be possible without your passion, bug reports, enthusiasm, and the incredible creativity of campaign and mission makers. You challenge us to do better with every update, and we are very grateful for that. Happy holidays and Happy New Year from all of us. We look forward to welcoming you aboard and flying for you in 2026. Thank you again for your passion and support. Marvellous. Absolutely marvellous. So yeah, that was pretty good. A pretty nice set of changes there and other bits and bobs. We do have the actual change log here, and yeah, as the newsletter said, we got BTR-60, BTR-70, we got the ATGM 83 Sager, we got the T-62M, we got the T-80B, we got the Tall King, we got the Strela 1, BRDM-2, and T-34-85. So pretty damn cool. And then a bunch of core system fixes, which is nice. Dynamic spawn FARP clients unable to open briefing, that's been fixed. What else we got here? We got some fixes for the new 29, as mentioned. Most of these were all covered in the newsletter, so I don't think there's really much else to call out here. Yeah, this is all pretty much as described. But yeah, that's your newest version, 2.9.23 as of the 22nd of December. Tech Gaming 45. So when do you think the Beyond video will drop? It's been tending to drop kind of partway through January or early February. So I guess we will see. We will see. Ha! Oz Dead Meat. Holy shit! It's Deepak. Yes, it is. It's myself. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the stream. So we also got a really cool trailer for the Cold War assets. Let's have a little peek at this. Welcome Darkness Temple. Merry Christmas from Eagle Dynamics. And here we go. The vehicles we were just talking about, here's them in person. What they look like in-game. They look pretty cool. Pretty cool. Lots of boom boom. Oh, we saw Santa Claus there. It looks like the East Germans shot down Santa Claus. Yeah, and the troops looking really cool there as well. Very, very nice. Very nice indeed. So yes, that's pretty much what we have for this week. There's not really much more to talk about per se. But as I said before, I do hope that you've all had a very, very nice Christmas. And again, I'm just going to call it out one more time. I do have discount codes for Pimax. There's a general one which will always work, and it's code DEEPHACK. If you use that code when you're checking out, that's code DEEPHACK, you'll get 3% off your purchase from Pimax. But until the 1st of January, you don't have very, very long, until the 1st of January, you can use code DEEPHACK80 and get $80 off of a Pimax Super Crystal. I hope I'm saying that right. So use code DEEPHACK80 at checkout and you'll get even more money off. I'll make a pinned comment below after the fact. Otherwise, everybody should subscribe, like, and comment. It's a really big help to me and to the channel. And you also have the option of joining DeepHack's ground crew, as always, by clicking the join button below. And that's a really, really big help. Thank you ever so much, everybody who is a member of DeepHack's ground crew. Ozdead mate, hope you're well, mate, and had a great Christmas. I did. Is CH working on the Japanese asset packs as well? I have no idea, actually. I don't know. Ozdead mate, we didn't get the troop models. Yeah, I know. We didn't get them. ED, I know, are still working on these updated troop models, and they are coming at some point soon. Irish Pat 64, thank you very, very much for your donation. That's extremely kind. Thank you ever so much. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the VAF. That's coming in just a moment. Sim Taylor, well, I was wondering if that was his main focus. Not that I don't appreciate the new models, but they seem a bit light. I see. Alrighty, but yes, as promised, I shall indeed pimp the VAF. The VAF, or the Virtual Air Force, is a virtual online squadron originally started by myself and Dot Chuckles many, many moons ago. We generally fly on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays at around about 8 p.m. UK time, and we currently have squadrons flying the Harrier, the F-16, and the F-18. You'll see there's a Discord link in the show notes below. Go ahead and click that link and join the VAF. Whether you fly with us or not, you're very, very welcome. We're always looking for new pilots, mission makers, air traffic controllers, scripters, livery makers, and so on. So, yeah, go ahead and take a peek at that. Dirk G and the interview with Wags. I don't get the reference. I did do an interview with Wags, of course, not that long ago. So on screen just now are the current members of DeepHack's ground crew. Really big shout out to all of you. Thank you very much indeed for your support. You can join DeepHack's ground crew by clicking the join button below and paying a small monthly fee. It really helps me in creating this kind of content. Consider doing that if you like my tutorial videos. I think that's pretty much everything we've got for this week. There's really nothing else. So thank you all very, very much for watching indeed. I have been DeepHack, and I'm releasing a new tutorial video every Saturday at about 6:30 p.m. UK time. Currently doing a series all about the Phantom, so stay tuned for that. Next week we'll be doing aerial gunnery, because that's a good laugh in the Phantom. This version of the Phantom actually has a gun, which is nice. And yeah, that's always followed by the DCS news, which just happens to be this thing, what you're watching right now. Thank you all very much for watching. Fly safe, and I'll see you next time. Ta-ta.